The Moogle Treasure Trove, the second hunt for Genesis, as a follow-up to the first one that we just had a few weeks ago, is going to be starting on Tuesday, May 14th and running until Monday, June 24th. There's going to be a lot of returning players, so I want to make this super duper clear in this video, because they might just be like, hey, Moogle Treasure Troves, I know this event. So what has changed for these events is that now we have what is called a Mogpendium, which is just a user interface element in the game where you can take part in very specific activities in order to get additional Moogle Tomestones. We have things like the standard objectives, which is very similar to what we know from before, where, hey, you can get a certain amount of Tomestones if, say, you do Rival Wings, which is very, very popular during this event. But now what they've also added is weekly objectives, what is called a mini-mog challenge, and then an ultimog challenge. Doing these special challenges awards you with a ton of Moogle Tomestones and will dramatically increase the rate that you can get the items that you want from the shop. I'm going to go into more details later in the video, but I want to give everyone a heads up pretty quick in the video. I'm going to make sure, as always, to have timestamps. I try so hard to be good on timestamps, guys. Let's talk about the rewards from the event. Because after all, hey, isn't that what everyone wants mostly? I mean, honestly, yeah. We're looking at the flagship event reward being this Emerald Carbuncle earring, which is super cute. And then from there, we're seeing a whole lot of different items that we already have had in the game in some form or another. From here, I'm going to blitz through the items because people ask me, hey, what would you recommend me buy? And what do you think is kind of a waste of these Moogle Tomestones? And so this is going to be kind of quick. So Emerald Carby earring, I get it. It's the flagship of the event. The Euphity Horn, you can get it with Sky Builder script, but if you have no idea what those are, you don't want to check into those, sure, you can get it. Gabriel Alpha Identification Key is going to give you the gray one that you can get from Boja. It's like this cool, kind of like flying mount. I really don't think it is that hard to get, but if you want to skip doing Boja at all, I definitely get that. Domakin's a minion that you can get through Retainer Ventures, which makes it kind of rare-ish, but I've seen it on the market board for relatively cheap. I'd kind of skip it unless maybe you're looking at selling it. Similar thing to the Blinding Indigo Orchestrion Scroll, I really wouldn't be investing too much in it. You get it through Eden's Gate Inundation, which is like the Leviathan one. It's pretty easy to get, honestly. Alamegum Barding, I check market board. On Windy Meadows, I definitely think would be a lot. I might very much look into this as being good to sell on the market board. You get that from doing the Acropolis, which, depending on your perception, could be easy, could be tricky. Parasol, I would maybe get this. This is just another Sky Builder script item. Potentially special Time Worn maps. I always recommend getting these. These guarantee a portal, which is always going to be freaking great. These events are amazing for getting these, and I definitely recommend stocking up on them. They're great. Direwolf Whistle, get it if you don't want to do a Roamerborn Beast Tribes. In terms of the other whistles, the Gulfaxi, the Round Lanner, and the Auspicious Kamui, I would not waste anything on these. These are so easy to get done, guys. These are so easy. MGP Platinum card, this is going to be the second big item from these events that I recommend stocking up on. I cannot say how useful these are. Like, we had the Final Fantasy XVI collaboration event in-game, which is still running right now, I'm pretty sure. And I cannot tell you how many I popped just to buy all the event items. The MGP Platinum cards, definitely worth stocking up on. Absolutely make sure you grab a few, in my opinion. Bunch of housing items. I checked the market board. I would not personally buy them. We have PvP Glamours, which is just this late Allegan stuff. Again, I just do the PvP. These are not... unless you really truly want to avoid PvP in all forms, remember, maybe I should say this for returning players. We do have a free, let me be clear before I say the battle pass word, free battle pass in game, where if you do PvP, you complete the battle pass and you get some really cool rewards on that. I just do the PvP. These really are very easy to get. You have some cards. Again, if Triple Triad is your thing, maybe you're going for that Triple Triad card mount. Definitely consider it. I don't think it's really worth it, but again, they're not that many. We have Behemoth Air and then the Petite Pet, which I'm not even going to try. They're so cheap that if you want to get them, I'd say just get them. And then Keepers of the Lock, Orchestrion Roll. I mean, check the market board. It's only 7, but again, 7 is check the market board. Now, I'm going to do a summary, which is my recommendations. Definitely pick up the Carby earring. I would absolutely invest in getting the MGP Platinum cards as my second thing that I got. And then I am definitely going to consider getting potentially special Time Worn maps as like my third priority. Everything else, there's not anything here that I think would be that hard to get outside of this event that wouldn't just be better done as MGP Platinum cards. Now, mind you, hey, if you are really good about doing the like glamour dress up event every week, you are like overflowing in MGP and you truly have no need for any MGP in the future, maybe your priority is different, but MGP Platinum cards definitely way up there for me. Anything else on this list though, yeah, just those three things. Earring, MGP Platinum card, and the special Time War map. Now with the rewards out of the way, let's get back to what I was saying at the start of the video, is that the event system has been completely reworked, and for anyone who is like just returning to the game, who's like, oh yeah, I know like the Moogle Tomestone events, it does run similar to that in some ways. Like the standard objectives is basically the same thing, and so irregular tomestones are rewarded when you're completing particular objectives that are identified, and you can find like the little Moogle icon obviously in the duty finder, same as before, but now in the special Mogpendium you also have them under the standard objectives. Then you have the weekly objectives in the Mogpendium, which are just going to be like weekly things that you can complete, and then that's going to award even more irregular tomestones, which is really good. It's really good actually to like get through like the initial grind. Like say you want those earrings really quick and that's really important to you, that's definitely a good way to get them. And really just apply that same thing to the next two things as well, which we're going to be talking about the mini mog challenges, which is just doing like some very specific activity. Like I should also say these are not being announced before the event, so until the 14th of May, I really can't tell you what these events are going to be. And then lastly, we have the Ultimog Challenge, which last time I remember it was ocean fishing, which I did not unlock, still haven't unlocked, and it awarded something like 50 tomes just for doing like ocean fishing. So when I say that these are a really good way to get ahead on things, I think that that is pretty big understatement, because that gets you halfway there to getting that flagship Carby earring. Mind you, maybe you hate Carbys, and then you could just use them to buy a bunch more MGP Platinum cards. But yeah, from there you just hit the claim rewards button in the Mogpendium, and then you just go to the itinerant Moogle, wherever city-state you want to go to, which I still go to Limsalomins and probably always will. Like, they need to start moving these into, like, different locations. I originally was like, oh yeah, Old Charlian's gonna be my central hub, and it's just like, nope, you're being dragged back to Limbs, and I'm like, no. Oh, that's basically where I'm at. I'm almost always at either my FC house, or I'm at my private house in-game, and it's just like, you're trying to claw me out of my hermit ways into Limbs, that's like curses. Anyhow, with that, I'm going to be closing off this video. Let me know what you think about the event rewards and everything in the comments below. And likewise, if you want an item here, totally feel free to get it. I'm just basing what I'm saying off of my own stuff. And so if you have a different opinion, totally let everyone know in the comments. I am totally actually good with that. But yeah, that's it for this video. Take care, everyone, and I hope that you have a fantastic Tuesday. Tuesday is when this video is being released. My God, it's 3:30 in the morning. Good God.